Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. I'm very excited for this fight, in some ways more than the main event. Now, obviously, I'm watching the main event with more excitement than this one, but this is still a really good fight because there's beef here. They don't like each other. Paulo Costa and Khamzat Chimaev, two killers in the UFC. Now, here's the thing. This sport, in MMA and sports, period, anything can happen. On paper and according to film, skill set, and all the things, Khamzat's better than Paulo Costa. That's just what it is. He's proven he can submit guys, knock guys out, outstrike them, take them the distance, and still come out on top. He can win a fight while he's tired. I think he loses to Paulo Costa, and I'll tell you why before you think I'm silly here. Here's the thing. In this fight, I think experience in the octagon is going to make a big difference. Paulo Costa has fought more times in the UFC and throughout as far as a career span than Khamzat has, and has faced better competition. Outside of Gilbert Burns and Kevin Holland, who has Khamzat really fought? And Li Jingliang, who's a pretty good fighter himself. Paulo's been in there with a lot of guys. He's been in there with Romero. He's been in there with Vettori. He's been in there with Luke Rockhold. He's been in there with Adesanya. He's been in there with a lot of really good fighters. And the top of the division. He has never really had an easy fight, especially his last several fights. And the thing is, Vettori has gone 5 rounds. Now, if you assuming I'm going to say Khamzat's going to get tired, I don't necessarily think he's going to get tired. You know, I think he took a lot out of that victory from Gilbert Burns. You know, he got tired in that fight. I don't think he's going to get tired. But unfortunately, and although I do think Khamzat has what it takes to be a double champion, which is very possible at middleweight, welterweight for his case, I think he's going to go through some learning pains, you know? And not that I don't think he learned anything from the Gilbert fight. He's going to fight a very smart fight. I think he's just going to be too cautious with a guy like Paulo Costa. Because Paulo Costa's a big boy. Grabbing guys at a lightweight, or no, not lightweight, I'm sorry, welterweight is one thing. Doing it at middleweight with a guy who's about your size, if not bigger, and who has heavy hands and has proven to not get tired within 5 rounds is a whole nother ball game. I think Khamzat, if this depends. If it's 3 rounds, Khamzat wins the first 2 rounds. He'll strike a little bit standing up. I think the striking will be basically even, but I think Paulo has heavier hands. I'm interested to see how Paulo responds as an underdog in a fight like this, because I think Khamzat should be the favorite, right? Stylistically. I think Khamzat fights a very smart fight, but the first 2 rounds he'll be able to take down Paulo Costa and hold him there and not do too much, but enough to stay busy to where the referee doesn't, hey, y'all need to stand up, let's go. And if Khamzat keeps this fight on the ground for 3 rounds or puts Paulo against the cage for most of the fight and doesn't give Paulo any room to breathe and hit him, he should win this fight by unanimous decision. It might be a boring fight, in my opinion. As I don't think he wants to stand in front of Paulo Costa, because Paulo has knocked guys out and he hits very, very hard. Now, unfortunately, in round 3, from what I see here, I think Paulo's going to understand. And here's the thing. Paulo's not a dumb fighter. He's a smart fighter. I think he learned a lot from that Adesanya fight. Speaking of Adesanya, yeah, you look at his record, he got destroyed, but Adesanya destroyed him with striking, not with grappling. Remember, Khamzat has proven he's willing to stand there and brawl. Well, I don't think he's going to. He's still going to stand there and not be too predictable, be too committed to the grappling, because then you become one-dimensional. You can't do that in MMA, you know, especially with a guy like Paulo Costa. So I think Khamzat's going to be very predictable in terms of how he's approaching it as far as taking him down. That'll leave him open to getting hit with a big punch or a big fake, and then So I think Khamzat's going to try to go in for a takedown or try to stand a little too long, and Paulo's not going to use too much energy for the first 2 rounds. He's going to fight. He's not going to just let him do what he wants, but he's not going to go all out until the 3rd round where he knows, okay, I need to finish this guy or I'm going to lose. And he's going to pick the right moment in the right place to put Khamzat away. So I have Paulo Costa winning by 3rd round TKO, knockout. I think he's going to hit him with a big punch. And here's the thing. He's going to be like this. Paulo does his little stance. I think Khamzat's going to shoot in, and Paulo's going to move away and circle away from the double leg, or him just trying to straight up grab him, or Paulo's going to fake a big punch, and that'll make Khamzat kind of hesitate where he doesn't get hit, or he thinks he doesn't get hit. He's going to pull back, but Paulo's going to go like that, and it's leaning and boom, on the button, rock his world. He's going to follow it up with some shots and put him against the ground and follow it up with ground and pound. I think he wins this fight. Here's the thing. I'm no expert. I'm not on any of this. But I also go with my gut on my channel. As far as predictions in football and mixed martial arts, I've been pretty darn good. I don't get them all, at least half the time, if not a little bit more than half the time. I have Paulo Costa winning by third round TKO. I think he gets a big come from behind finish, and he's going to earn his respect back that he had 3 years ago, and he's going to be seen as the monster that he is at middleweight. And who knows, Paulo's going to get paid more. I think Paulo should win this fight. He's been in here longer. Khamzat's going to be champion one day. If they fight again, Khamzat should beat him most times. But because Paulo is going to be very smart, here's the thing. You haven't seen him as an underdog in fights where people aren't really picking him to win. I think he fights smart. I think he conserves his energy until the very last round. And I think he's just going to pick his shots and put away Khamzat, who still has a lot of learning to do.